have a dream.
We choose to go to the moon.
There's cities to be built, and there's a world to be helped.
I regard myself as a soldier.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight
from where the zipper ends, round under my back to my bunghole, down where your nuts hang.
I guess all of you would say this about your mother.
Hello and welcome to History Squirt. I'm Ron Thompson.
And I'm Jason.
All right, I think we need to start strong here, Jason.
What? Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I got myself hard before the episode, so I could start strong. What have you done?
Nothing. I've done absolutely nothing. I'm not getting involved in this. You and your,
I think
your perverted ways.
That just makes me harder that you're refusing to be involved. The joke's on you.
Would you enjoy if I told you a slow story about a guy who lived a long, long time ago in a faraway land?
Probably not.
Probably not. No. We can change it to
sure.
a girl. Sure? Okay. We're doing Charles Boycott. I believe you know stuff about this already.
Charles Boycott. Yes, I vaguely know of the story. Vaguely.
What do you got? Go on, give us a 1 minute.
No, I don't want to give it away because if people don't know, let's just get into it.
All right. Born March 1832 in England. Went to military school. Family was technically
this wasn't that long ago. Okay.
No.
I would have thought it was like 1700s or something. So 1830.
Yeah. So went to military school. His family was French in origin. And do you remember, actually, I brought this up. Do you remember how we were talking about the guy they just buy positions in the army?
Sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't remember.
I think we talked about a bunch of guys who, like we've mentioned before, they're like, oh yeah, so they weren't promoted, they like bought their way in. So apparently his family bought him a commission in the 39th Foot Regiment for £450.
Geez, you'd be looked down on by the other soldiers. That's a pretty cheap price too.
It's 71k today.
Okay, that's a lot. That's quite a bit. God damn, inflation has really that's not that long ago. It's a lot of inflation.
71 grand.
There was that guy who bought the emperorship of Rome as well.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can buy things. I think that's the takeaway from this. Things are purchasable for money.
You can basically get anything you want for money. Yeah.
Yes.
He then bought a farm. So he worked as a soldier, bought a farm. The thing was, you get to sell it too. Did I mention that? So like, even though you spend 70, so even though you bought a position for 71k, like you can work as the soldier for 5 years or whatever, and then sell the position again.
That's bullshit. I don't like that because I thought it was more like a donation to the army. If you get to sell it again. No, I thought that I thought the army was like selling the position, not the individual. No, I don't like that at all.
The individual is. I think they sell it back.
Yeah, so depending on demand, you might lose money or get more money, break even.
Yeah. Eventually bought a farm, and so this guy decides, the third Earl of Erne, who's a wealthy landowner, to make Boycott a deal. I've got the details of the deal. I know you love deals.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
So the owner of the farm just seems like gone too.
No. So all he's going to do is he's going to collect rents. So this other guy is not in Ireland. He's somewhere else.
Wait, is he buying the farm? I thought so. I thought this Boycott guy bought a farm. No, he's approached a farm.
Yeah, he bought a small farm, but it actually didn't go particularly well. So he's decided that he's going to work as a Well, I guess it's a rent collector.
Yeah, like in between the land. They're basically a property manager, like they
A
are
property
today,
manager.
those
It's exactly a
fucking
property
scumbags.
manager.
Yeah.
Well, you say scumbags.
this-
He's only taken
And so
10%. I think they take more
this
than
guy
that. These days.
owns a house or something. Like this guy owns like a village or something, does he? This other guy.
The other guy, no, he owns 40,386 hectares of land in Ireland. He's got a shitload of land.
Okay, so it's like, oh, okay, so this must have just been like after the fiefdoms. So basically he owns all the land, and anyone who lives on the land is like, they don't own the houses.
No, you got to pay rent.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but you don't think of it like that, like huge swathes of land like that, where people own
Well, they broke it
all
up.
of the
I assume
fucking...
he probably broke it up and gave them all because everyone's probably got a home farm. So you probably want a huge backyard to have a hobby farm almost. Everyone's got a hobby farm.
Yeah, they're renting.
So you're sort of renting this and you're sort of growing your own food as well.
Mm.
So he's taking 10%. I reckon 10% is a pretty good deal. So he's kind of a dick, our Boycott. He sort of believes that he's the master of these people because they're his renters.
Yeah, positions himself over them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't got really an examples, but basically he becomes unpopular with tenants. So he's running around, carrying on. They said he was making up he was what was he doing? Lost my train of thought. he was like stealing wood off people's land, which I thought was an odd thing to do. But apparently that was like a big no-no at the time.
Well, because it's fucking annoying to collect. Like you gotta go you gotta find it and then get it back. And you don't. I imagine with you either take a horse and cart if you're gonna get a lot, which is probably a fucking pain in the ass to get together to go out, or you gotta carry it back. Yeah, I imagine collecting wood would probably be a real fucking pain in the ass back then.
Yeah,
they didn't have servos, so you could just go to and get the wood from out the front.
So he's obviously taken away. He started putting in fines for leaving gates open, not allowing animals to use crossings.
Speaking of wood, do you remember we had a fire in your backyard and we were burning things that were pretty reasonable, just me and you, and then we started burning old furniture of yours, and we couldn't get it to light, and there was some really fucking bad smoke coming out of it. We kept lighting it, kept relighting it, and then our other friend came over and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "You can't burn that." He's like, "It's highly toxic."
Yes, I do remember that.
And then we decided to start a podcast.
I don't remember that. So in 1880, we then start with there's a dispute over wages. So there's obviously a lot of stuff going on. So renters are being dicks. People want wages increased. Okay. I've got a bit of a point of view. How about this for a thing? All right. So there's a survey of Ireland found that almost all the land and property was owned by 10,000 people, 0.2% of the population.
0.2% of the population owned all the land, yeah. Yeah, because it's come from the fiefdoms and everything. Yeah.
And then of that 10,000, 750 owned half of it.
Damn. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so want to put in some ultra rich people.
And these will all just be ex-nobles, I would imagine, or noble families is who these people would be.
Well, no, here it is here. So they're absentee landlords who usually lived in Britain or far away and would get agents like our Charles Boycott to manage their estates for them. So they're not even there. They're just sitting in England, sipping tea, getting this guy to just collect rents for them.
Oh, wait, where are we? I thought this was in England.
No, it's in Ireland.
Oh, in Ireland.
We're in Ireland. Yes, we're in Ireland. So he's managing I think it's the top of Ireland. It's Ulster.
Oh, no wonder the Irish hate the fucking English.
Yeah. So you got this British guy over there who owns a British guy. No one's paying him decent wages, and you're being a dick landlord. All right, so everyone's So currently the rules are there's a 1-year lease and you could be evicted even if you paid your rents. So they were on 1-year leases, which has got to be also a giant pain in the ass.
They just kick you out whenever they wanted.
Yeah.
Even if you paid, they could just be like, get the fuck out.
You've got 1 year. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, he's like, you've got to have a well-stacked firewood pile.
Yeah.
And then he'd come and steal all the wood and he'd be like, well, you don't have a well-stacked firewood pile, so you're going to have to be out by midnight, please.
Yeah.
HOA
it's more
type
importantly,
bullshit.
some other dude probably just turns up and goes, I'll give you $5 more for that house. And he's probably like, yes, assuming $5 is a large amount of money in this time.
It sounds like this sounds like modern day Queensland. There's like zero fucking renters protections here, apart from like if you're on a 1-year lease or like whatever, a term lease, you can't be kicked out during that time. But like the minute you're off, it's like they can ask you to leave after like 2 weeks for no reason. It's fucking crazy.
Do you know what the 3 Fs are? Sounds rude, but it's not at all. They just want, apparently,
fingering,
this is what the people want.
Fucking.
Fingering, fucking.
Fingering, fucking, and fellatio. That's what the people want.
Yeah, that's what the people
want.
We
want to be fingered. We want to be fucked. We want to give you fellatio.
Yeah. Otherwise known as fair rent, fixed tenures, and free sale.
Okay. Can you explain what those are? So fixed rent, obviously, yeah, makes sense.
Well, fair rent again. Like fair they want low rent. They want, they want, I assume they want their terms longer so they can, because surely farming, if you're farming, right?
Oh, a year's not enough. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Also, when does the lease start? Like, does the lease start at the beginning of the sowing season? Like when you sow the seeds? Like, and if it doesn't, if it's just like financial year or fucking like calendar year, it's like you plant your seeds and then you've got to move out halfway through, like while they're still growing. You're like, oh fuck, just wasted all that money.
You're like, my potatoes are 2 weeks away from done. Nah, you're out.
Yeah, you're out. It'd be an easy way to swindle free potatoes.
I didn't research what free sale is. I assume they want free sales.
You do.
I assume
doesn't make sense.
I assume the sale has been restricted for some reason. So maybe they're not.
Yeah, but they can't. What are they selling?
Well, maybe the thing probably is that all these wealthy landlords are probably just not selling their land. Why would they? They've got a monopoly over the country. Like, you can set rent prices as high as you want.
Hold on, I'm fucking looking it up on Wikipedia. Jesus Christ.
I'll keep going.
Free sale, meaning a tenant could sell the interest in their holding to an incoming tenant without landlord interference. So basically, I guess you can sort of sublet, I suppose. So you can basically find a new tenant. So if you find a new tenant, you can kind of swap with them and the landlord can't interfere, I guess. Something like that.
All right. So 1879.
It's fixity of tenure. And so it means that a tenant could not be evicted if the rent was paid, as opposed to longer terms.
It's the same
thing. So no, they're not asking for longer terms. Well, they might be asking
they're
for
asking for longer fixed terms. They're looking for longer fixed terms.
No, they don't want to. They want to not be able to be evicted if the rent's paid during their term of lease. But it doesn't say that. Anyway, I'm just reading off Wikipedia, and therefore I've probably got more knowledge on the subject than you.
That's true. You probably do. Yeah. I want to say if I had to verse Wikipedia would probably kick my ass.
You probably fucking listened to half a podcast and then just made up the rest. You probably listened to half a podcast and you're like, this is fucking boring.
Should start making up facts. All right, I've got a speech for you though. This does come from Wikipedia too, because I wanted to get the words. I just want to get the words of this speech because apparently this is the speech. It was like, so he started this land league of Mayo, and their whole purpose was to do all the things we just said.
Who did? Who started the land league? Some guy.
I don't know. Some guy. There's a bunch of them. They all started a little group. They call themselves the Land League of Mayo, right?
But she said he started, and I was like, Charles Boycott. He doesn't want this.
No, Charles. No. This is the anti-group against him.
Okay.
All right. So we got a speech from the anti-group. His name's Parnell. Right. You ready for the speech? What do you do with a tenant who bids for a farm which his neighbor has been evicted? And the crowd responds, you kill him, you shoot him. He goes, I wish to point out to you a very much better way. It says you a very much better way, a more Christian and charitable way, which will give the lost man an opportunity of repenting. When a man takes a farm from another one who has been evicted, you must shun him on the roadside when you meet him. You must shun him in the streets of the town. You must shun him in the shop. You must shun him on the fair green and in the marketplace and every place of worship, by leaving him alone and putting him in moral Coventry, by isolating him from the rest of the country as if it were a leper of old. You must show him your detestation for his crimes he's committed.
Detestation or something. Yeah, okay. So this is pre boycott. This is rhetoric that they're spouting before
this is
happens.
the guy.
But this is tenant against tenant violence.
No, because
I don't really like.
He's the collector. Remember, he's the collector. So he's collecting these rents.
I know that.
Of everybody.
No, but this guy from this League of Extraordinary Gentlemen,
or
whatever it is, he's
the Land League.
Saying,
they call the Land League. Thank you. Yeah.
The Land League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He is saying that if a tenant's evicted and another tenant bids for that property that the tenant's been evicted from, you got to shun the new tenant. But it's like, no, kill the landlord. Shun the landlord. I guess you can't because they're not. I guess you can't because they're not there. But you know what I mean? It's tenant against tenant violence. This other person who's buying in, like they're just fucking. They're hard up as well. It sucks that they're bidding, for the property over the top of this other fucker. But the other fucker's already been evicted. So
but this happened in the Great Depression, America.
I guess the issue is if they bid before and then that leads to the eviction, then they're a piece of shit.
No, so in America during the Great Depression, a lot of houses, obviously the mortgages went under, so the bank would come out and auction off the house.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the towns would come out with guns and all just sit there and refuse to bid on these houses because they hated banks or whatever, and they wanted the old owner to be able to buy their house back.
Yeah.
For really cheap.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
So it'd literally be like, everyone's standing there going, if you fucking touch trying to buy that house, no. And I think that's the whole thing where I was saying before is it's not that he's kicking them out because he wants to. It's some other guy's turning up and going, I'll give you a bit more money. And he just immediately kicks that guy out. You know how annoying that would be if you just keep getting outbid?
Yeah, if he comes. If he comes, that's what I'm saying. If it leads, if a bid leads to an eviction, then yes. But if they evict the person and then this other person doesn't know, they unknowingly bid, then I think it's okay.
Yeah, so it's just causing all these problems.
Look, it's the whole, does a big dick smell bigger than a small, smell worse than a small dick? It's that argument again. It depends on the original state. All right. The conditions, the original conditions are important here. Is all I'm trying to say.
All right. So what happens now? Rents are due, right? Now, they decide that they're going to give a 10% discount on rents this year. I think times are getting a bit tough. There's a bad harvest. So everyone's had a bad harvest, not much money going around. They're going to give a discount of 10%. But the people declare they want 25%.
Did they not sacrifice, or did they not spill enough child blood? Is that why they had a bad harvest?
Yes.
That's a surefire way. That's a surefire way to have a better harvest, is to spill the blood of the children.
It can't hurt. Like
it can't hurt.
it
There
can't
is
make it
good.
worse.
There's good like minerals and stuff in the child's blood that plants crave. It's child's blood is what plants crave. I was just watching Idiocracy the other night.
Yeah,
It's
great
good.
movie.
Yeah,
Child's
child's blood has what plants crave.
All right, so
Okay, so they had a bad harvest. They want 6% off, or they're going to put the rents down 6%
He's agreed to give 10%, but the people want 25%
off.
Yeah. Okay. So he offered 10%. Most of his people accepted the 10% because, again, they don't have much choice, but 2 didn't.
Yeah. What the fuck else are they going to do?
They want 25%. Parnell then gave his speech at that time, so we read the speech a bit early. And Boycott plans to evict these people.
The 2, yep.
Yeah, because they're like, no, we want a bigger discount. And he's like, no, we're going to take them out. A Miss Fitzmaurice refused to accept the notice and began waving a red flag to alert other tenants that notices were being served.
A red flag?
Well,
okay, next time I see a red flag,
what's going
I'll have
on
to
right
remember
now
that.
Is he's gone out and gone 10%. A bunch of them said yes. A bunch of them said no. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's rating a red flag. I'm just saying in the future, I'll have to remember that that's what a red flag means. So is that what happens when they fight the bulls? When they wave that red flag, they're like trying to evict the bull?
Maybe.
Well, I guess they evict it from life.
Do they kill it at the end? They kill it at the end, don't they?
Yeah, they kill it at the end. Yeah, they evict it from life. So I guess that's them. So when they wave the red flag, they're sort of, serving notice, and then they kill them.
No,
I guess they probably eat them.
No, this was the waving of the red flag where it draws out the women of the neighborhood to throw stones, mud, and manure, and drives them away from the township.
Wait, that's what the women did in the town. So when they see this red flag, they came out and they threw what? Stones
that's
and
what
mud
they did.
At Charles Boycott?
Well, she's like, and the people with him.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
Right, so he kind of fled. Right. At the same time, Boycott's servants and laborers left his employment immediately. Right? This is how our whole story starts, obviously. Then no woman would refuse to wash his cravat or make him a loaf of bread. So no one's washing his undies and no one's making his bread.
Okay. Very nice.
All right. Now here's the thing. He claims that they were all threatened by this land league. The land league's gone up in the world. That they were threatened that if they didn't leave the job, that they'd be hurt.
Okay, that's what they're saying. Yeah.
That's what Boycott's saying. He's going, these people didn't leave of their own free will. This land league turned up and went, if you keep working with this guy, we're gonna start chopping.
But we don't know if that's true, and it's likely not true. They just sort of went,
I don't know.
The wrong thing to do.
I don't know.
Could be both. Could be either.
It could be a bit of both.
Okay.
I'm sure
we
there's
can't
a bit of
substantiate.
Well, are you with us or are you against us? Like, So as we said before, he's got his own farm, right? And he's sort of renting large amounts of land off this other guy as well to grow his own crops.
Yeah.
Okay. So within days, his blacksmith, postman, and everybody else stopped working for him. So no one in the town is now working for him. So he now has this giant ass farm filled with crops and no one would do anything for him.
Nice.
I think you need shit too. Like, how long do you last without like everyone boycotting you now? If I boycotted you, like you'd starve to death eventually.
I think probably the good thing is like that I can still jerk off. Like I don't need anybody for that. I guess the issue would be if my internet provider sort of didn't provide me with internet anymore.
Yes.
Because I don't have any magazines or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have any sort of like pornography material that is
even
like
if you
that's
and even if you
printed.
could go and buy it, the shop owner wouldn't sell it to you. But yeah,
Yeah. So I'd
Yeah.
be sort of operating off like my memory, which I haven't done in years. You know, that'd be an issue. How long would I last? I got some shit in the cupboard. It depends on whether they cut off my electricity or not. I mean, that makes it a
I
lot
assume they're
fucking
cutting off
harder.
everything. I assume they're cutting
Okay,
off everything.
If you cut off my electricity, I'm fucked because I don't even have like a camp oven or anything. I guess I could like burn wood in the backyard, but I got a very small backyard. I don't think my neighbors would be very happy.
There's a story where he gets a fucking he gets a letter and says, because the postman's not working for you, he gives it to his like nephew and is like, can you take this letter to this guy and whatever? Apparently the nephew like gets pulled over on the road, letter ripped up and told if he fucking keeps working for his uncle, he's going to be in big trouble or some shit. So like the threats were real, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean he's a bad.
I like it. It's incredible. Like it's it's an awesome way. I mean, we talk about like boycotting, big business or whatever. It would work if everyone actually fucking did it. Like it would work. People would change their tune pretty fucking quick. Like imagine if like Amazon, like if everyone just nobody ordered on there, even for one day, if nobody ordered on there, like they'd fucking panic so hard.
It happens. Like what was that beer ad that everyone got the shits with?
Oh, you mean the trans
bloody Bud Light shit. Yeah.
Bud Light. That's it. Yeah.
That's probably the most like recent boycotting one. Like, didn't their sales just drop 50%?
I don't know. I wasn't really following the story, to be honest. But yes, I think
their sales collapsed, and it was like, oh no, we're sorry. We're so very, very sorry. Like, please come back. And they immediately like made an ad with a giant car, a bunch of like, yeah. It's
an interesting like case study in like, I'm certainly like not against trans people, but it's like who made that decision? Like you kind of know who's drinking Bud Light, and you kind of go like, well, do they really? Is this what they're into? Like, do they want to see this? Do you know what I mean? They're just going to play this like narrative which is very different to like what their lives is. Like why would they not necessarily that you'd see a boycott coming, but like it's not going to further advance your like selling of beer to those people. So why? Anyway, it's a bit strange. Maybe they were just trying. Maybe they thought. I guess maybe what they thought was that it wasn't going to affect existing sales, and that they would potentially be able to draw a larger crowd. Market, I guess was probably the thinking. Yeah. I guess was the thinking, right? Yeah.
They're like, we've got all these right wing, guys. Let's get some, new age Democratic
as
people
well as
drinking a beer.
I guess they thought as well as, and it's like, yeah. You can't have both. Yeah, that's true. You cannot have both.
But I was like thinking about like, imagine if you had like a musician, right? And you just change genres immediately. Like immediately that's going to piss off all your old fans.
Oh
You're
yeah,
like,
fucking
no, I was trying to get
Silverchair.
some new fans. Like, every time an artist changes genres, they're like, I'm going to like find these new fans and it's going to be great. But like all the old fans immediately look at you and go, I don't like that type of music. I like your
I
type
don't like
of
that
music.
at all.
Like I like the first one.
I'm pretty sure Silverchair did that, except they were just like, oh yeah, no, we don't really like playing that style of music anymore, and now we don't have to, so we're not gonna. And then like I think like they had one maybe two albums or something, and that was it for them. So
all right. So he writes a letter. Oh God, I don't want to read the letter. It's a long letter, but it's basically the whole story. He has to get out of town. He has to get out of town fast.
Is the letter good? Should you read the letter?
Probably should read the letter, but I don't want to read the letter.
Just read how long is it?
Oh, it's like maybe a third of a page.
A third of a page. Just fucking read the letter.
Oh, sir, the following details may interest you and your readers and exemplify the power of the Land League. On the 22nd of September, I was escorted by 17 men. I'm even just summarizing now. I retreated to my house for protection. A howling mob of people yelled and hooted at me and my family. Hundreds of people came.
Hundreds of people came.
There was workmen, laborers, stablemen, committing. Yeah,
If you, let's just say,
I'm over this.
if you did something, if you were doing something, I don't know what,
Yeah.
like just something normal or whatever, or maybe something malicious, I'm not sure. Like you were making money from something. Say every time you go down, you buy an entire booster pack of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right? And like you get to make the money and whatever. But every time that you do that, 100 people turn up to your house. They don't do anything to you. They don't hurt you or anything. But they jack off out the front. 100 people at once, all jack off at the front of your house every time you buy it. Would you stop doing what you were doing? Would you stop buying those Pokemon booster packs?
Yes, I would.
You'd
Yes, I
stop
would.
pretty quickly, huh?
That'd be too much for me.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good, I guess, if we're, yes, you could boycott, but you could also do that.
I could.
That'd work. Send a pack of 100 people to someone's house to jack off every day. Like, you fucking
Surely
serious?
you can
But
just-
it's non-violent. It's a non-violent, response to an action. It's quite, I think it's very Gandhi-esque, I think.
Yeah, but you
I
couldn't.
think Gandhi would approve.
I'm
It's
fairly sure that
pacifism.
you can't do this right now. Like, no matter what, if I go to a public store right now, you can't refuse to serve me.
No, I think the law. Yeah, I guess it's the law now is I guess to prevent sort of discrimination against people. But back then, yeah, I guess there isn't any of these huge chains. It is just the local baker and the butcher and all that. So yeah, they can just decide to be like, fuck you.
So this letter is just him bitching, really. Continuing on, he says, my blacksmith received a letter that he would be murdered if he kept working for me. He tells that story that I was saying about the post bag, and his little nephew was going to get threatened. The shopkeeper refuses to bring him supplies. So that's a bit of a weird one. Yeah, the shopkeeper has been warned to stop bringing supplies to my house.
Well, go and get them yourself, you bitch.
No, well,
It's not fucking.
that's the only way to get them.
Oh, I thought he's just getting a special delivery, but everyone else has to go and collect them.
I don't think they're just selling it to him at all.
You know what's interesting is like when I remember like learning this in food tech. I haven't looked it up since, but I believe it's true. So like when canned food kind of really it was quite popular at supermarkets, and in like say the 30s or something, 50s, who knows, early 1900s, people like you couldn't like open the cans at home. I think like it'd be like a big can, and they'd like open in the store. So they'd like open your canned goods before you left. And so you'd like take them home open, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a canned thing that you keep in the cupboard. Well, I guess you can't keep it in the cupboard. You just got to buy it and eat it immediately.
Why did they force you to open it?
I think because you couldn't, like, maybe the cans were thicker or something. Like I don't think can openers were like a thing yet.
Yeah, okay.
And so like they had this like big machine that the supermarkets would have, so they could open the cans for you, but like you couldn't open them at home. I guess you could like stab them maybe, but yeah. I think maybe the cans must have been like a lot thicker and bigger and stuff. Anyway, look into that. That could be completely wrong. But I learned it in food tech, so it's got to be right. Learned it in food tech like 20 years ago.
Don't forget. And it continues to go on. They smashed his house. They bloody destroyed all his crops. He can't get any workmen to do anything. I have to leave the country. I mean, my life is in danger.
His life isn't in danger.
And
I guess
I
if you
think his
starve
life
to
is
death,
very much in danger. Well, they've come to his house. Like a mob's come to his house. Like this is a full
Yeah, they
him
came.
complaining about a mob at his house. Yeah.
Yeah, 100 people came at his house.
She gets escorted by the 19th Hussars, which is like a military unit, out of the place.
Okay. What a bitch.
And I think I mentioned that crop issue. So eventually, literally, England has to send like 50 unarmed like men to come and like harvest this crop. So they literally have to send
His
this like
crops.
workforce. Yeah. So his crops are all there. And obviously I mentioned before there's a bit of a famine. So they literally had to send 50 guys to go and harvest the crop because no one in the town would do it. And I assume they were like military guys too, because like they were going to get attacked. So it was like highly dangerous that you bring these 50 guys in.
Well, yeah, they would have been seen as scabs. Like in a union bargaining, they would have been scabs.
The crop was estimated at literally, this whole endeavor actually cost him £6,000. So probably lost like $500,000. Yeah, even with this free help, all this crap going on, it was pointless. You didn't make any money from it. All right. Boycott was received with hostilities when he left town, and the hotel he stayed at received letters saying that it would be boycotted if Boycott remained inside the hotel. So I think this is your first like using of the term against, I think that's why I put that in there. So that's why that's in there. So like, that would have been like, hey, hotel, get him out of there or you're next.
That would have been pretty embarrassing for Boycott to hear that term. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the same as you might say, oh, you're really Jasoning this situation, which means like you're just absolutely fucking it up. It would have been embarrassing for him to hear. That would have been the first time he'd heard that used as a term. It's his name,
Yeah. Dude, I think he's just like seriously scared for his life right now. Like they're coming for him. This is where I was going to mention about like how powerful this thing would have been at this time. But we mentioned that before, didn't we?
What do you mean?
That's like,
how powerful?
Well, they start using boycotting as like, that's their plan. So the land league,
it's incredible.
That was like,
he'd get nothing.
That was like
if people don't help, if people don't help him get his crops, he can't buy anything. Like basically he'd probably have access to like water, whatever food he had, and then I suppose he could, I guess if he's growing crops, pick some stuff to eat. But yeah, he'd like have access to nothing. Like it'd be very effective at the time. And you've got to travel such large. It's not like now where I could like drive to the next town, and just get shit. It's like the next town might be like a day away or something, or half a day. Like it's a fucking pain in the ass. And food doesn't last that long. So,
dude, just like take away just like your car. You just have to walk to get anything. Like imagine if you had to walk to like, if I wanted anything that's not at my local like IGA, anything else I wanted, like if I wanted like a piece of timber.
You got that servo near you. Yeah.
But what happens if I wanted like a piece of timber to like fix my house or something? I'd have to walk to Tuggeranong. You know how far that is? And then I'd have to carry a bit of wood back.
Well, we talked about before, they sell firewood normally at the servo. Can you just imagine, you're like just patching holes in your walls with like bits of firewood from the service station. You're like, that'll do.
Yeah, so this became their plan.
Take you forever.
This became the land league's plan was to just start boycotting everyone. Yeah,
I like
a treat.
So they started doing it like nationwide.
Yes,
to all of the landlords.
Yeah. All the people were pissing them off. They started boycotting everyone. Worked a complete treat. This boycotting thing really works. On the 28th of December, 1880, Parnell and the Land League leaders were put on trial for charges of conspiracy to prevent the payments of rent.
Is that a crime? Conspiracy to prevent the payments of rent.
rent.
Jesus
Yep,
Christ.
That's why I put that in there. Did you?
That's a fucking crazy crime.
Did you tell your friend to not pay rent? No. That's conspiracy to prevent payment of rent.
Yeah. I could imagine, you're renting an apartment, and you and your partner are having discussion in front of Alexa about like, hey, wouldn't it be pretty cool if we just like didn't pay the rent this month? And then Alexa just immediately alerts the police. They come to your apartment and they're like, hey, this conspiracy to whatever. What was it? Conspiracy to avoid rents or not pay rents.
Conspiracy to prevent the payment of rent.
Prevent the payments of rents. Yeah, okay.
But eventually land reforms were put in. Land Law Act of 1881 fixed a bunch of the problems.
It'd be fucking incredible.
Years now. I just wrote 15 years. I don't know what that means, but they get something for 15 years.
It'd be incredible is, like, how they got Al Capone for tax evasion?
Yeah.
So, like, they couldn't get him for the illegal activities. So eventually they got him for tax evasion, essentially. That was, like, their only inroad to prosecute him with something. So let's just say it's a sort of a Fight Club situation. And sorry to ruin Fight Club if you fucking haven't seen it, but it's like, what, a fucking 25-year-old film, maybe longer. But at the end where they bomb the credit building to get rid of people's debts. So instead of that, you're bombing a bank. You're bombing, you bomb a bank, but then the rent payments go through that, through that bank. And they're like, oh, we can't get him for the bombing of the bank. But, I don't know how this would work. We can't get him for the bombing of the bank, but we will get him for preventing rent payments because you destroyed the bank and therefore the rent payments can't go through it.
Well, my thought would be like...
They get you on like a technicality.
All right, let's say we run the property agent out of town. Okay, so we run her out of town. Okay. So who's going to come and collect the rent from me? Because obviously we don't have a banking system in 1832 or 1880 or whatever the hell we are.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to get somebody else. You'd have to find someone else and be like, all right, you're the one who needs to go and collect the rent. And that person's probably like, get fucked. Those people are going to fuck me up. But he ostracized me. And like, so then all of a sudden you've got no one who's going to actually willingly come in and collect these rents. So then you just don't pay rent. So the only way to negotiate with these people is just to be like, oh, we'll lower rents, let us come back.
Yes.
Or bring the army.
Yeah. Either send the army in, or the other one. But yes, I think that's the idea, Jason. I think that's what they were trying to do was get lower rents.
Don't you idea, Jason.
That was
but I just think like you just
achieve was lower rents.
Well, I was just thinking, should we run all the
land? Don't pay the rents for a while.
We'll run all the rent managers out of town. Let's just go get them, round them up, kick them all out, and no one will start collecting rents anymore.
Are you saying in current times we'll do that?
Yeah, current times we should do that. Yeah, we should run them out of town. Just start with. But like we said, we couldn't do it anymore, could we?
I think the problem is, trying to get, there's no community anymore. That's the problem. There's no community. So I think like trying to get people to organize. Also, have you ever tried to fucking organize people at work or otherwise? It's a fucking pain in the ass.
Yes.
I think you'd be better off just killing them all. I think just sort of kill the property managers one by one. It's probably just an easier way to go than trying to organize people to boycott them.
Which group would you try and chase out of boycotting? Which group would you go after? Like, don't go racist or sexist or anything like that. I mean, like, what occupation would you go after?
I was going to say, apparently Ray, I thought you meant like specifically property managers. I was going to say, apparently Ray White's pretty bad. What
It's
occupation?
not like tax collectors anymore.
I don't know.
Lawyers?
I don't like
real
estate agents.
Yeah, it's real. That's what I mean. It's real estate agents you want out. Fuck real estate
I hate
agents.
them.
They should all go.
Who else sucks? Those people who set like the. This is gonna sound terrible. the charities who set up outside supermarkets.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the fucking worst, dude. I'm just like, get rid of charities. No, I think what pisses me off is that I know
But they're
that
the profit charities. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the profit ones. Yeah, so it's like if you donate to them, it's like that. Depending on the cases, but it's like that person who you choose to donate to. So say you sign up for a subscription, they get 30% of like the money, or more, sometimes 50% on like the dollar the company does, and then the individual gets commissions. And so it's just a fucking scam. Like half of that money, or 30% of that money, just doesn't go to the charity. So, but yeah, they're fucking annoying. It pisses me off.
I think it's
I'm just
worse.
like, dude,
I thought it was like
I'm just
10
trying to
cents on the
shop.
dollar.
It's like, I'm just trying to fucking shop. Can you fucking just like not make me feel bad? I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Didn't I bitch to you about the like supermarkets giving those giant donations and going, look, we donated $1 million, and it's like, no, you didn't. You stole 50 cents off every single person when they try to buy shit, and then put that all into a big group and then paid it. You didn't donate any money.
You didn't do fucking
We donated
shit.
money.
Yeah, that does fucking annoy me. I'll tell you what has been grinding my gears lately, and who I would fucking boycott. It's just like, I don't know who specifically, so I'm just going to say everyone in fucking like advertising. Like, it's becoming fucking dystopian. Like, I go to the fucking gym, they got like big screens on the wall advertising shit. Like, I pause the fucking show on the streaming app, and now there's a fucking ad on the pause screen, and I'm just like, are you fucking serious, cunt? Like, couldn't I have just fucking not had that? You know what I mean? Like, it's just getting fucking insane. Like, whoever does that sort of shit, fuck them. Whoever comes up with those ideas, fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Advertising fucking everywhere. That's why you don't get that don't get that brain chip. There'll be fucking ads in that.
There will be. Eventually. That's pretty much it. He goes to America. He dies at 65. The New York Tribune said it was the arrival of Captain Boycott. That's their headline.
The arrival of? What do you mean? What?
Well, he went to New York. He went to America and died at 65.
Oh, he just fucked off. Yeah, okay.
And he was called, the headline in the New York Tribune was the arrival of Captain Boycott.
When he died or when he arrived?
Well, I imagine it was when he arrived, for fuck's sake. Like, it's not that fucking complicated. Headline, newspaper, the arrival of Captain Boycott.
I just don't understand why you've like pulled out this headline. It doesn't seem particularly poignant.
Well, again, it's calling him Captain Boycott, and like it was sort of
that's his
implying
name.
That the story had gone from Ireland to America, and this was sort of this worldwide story of
that everyone knew who he was.
Everyone knew who he was because it's the story about the whole town just went fuck you and just stopped talking to him or selling him anything.
Yes, I see. So it was you were sort of okay. So you were just basically trying to sort of impart to me that he was globally renowned after this.
Yes,
but you didn't provide any context to that. You just told me that there was a newspaper article.
Well, the Americans all knew about it.
Which I thought
once
was
the
about
Americans
his death.
know about it.
Because you mentioned his death and then you said about that.
Yeah, he died
so I was
65,
very confused. And then I thought it was some sort of pun about his arrival, maybe to the afterlife or something. So I was getting very confused. You provided poor context clues as to what your point was.
I'm going to boycott you in a minute. God. Fucking sick of your shit. Don't you have an ad?
I do have an ad. Perfect porn. We're all sick of it. Why watch professional 4K cameras when you could watch shaky vertical footage, take it from an iPhone 6? Why watch toned, sculpted bodies
when you could watch a pre-diabetic man wheezingly penetrate his stretch-marked wife? Why watch athletic, passionate performances when you could watch two out-of-shape individuals awkwardly struggle on a creaky couch? Why watch only the actors fucking when you could also catch an episode of Rick and Morty in the corner of the room while We Didn't Start the Fire plays in the background? Real amateur porn. It's blurry, it's badly lit, and somehow it's better. Because we don't want fantasy, we want the truth. Support amateur porn. The worse it looks, the harder it hits.
I'm not really selling anything. It's just a sort of general awareness of.
Well, I assume you've got some sort of website somewhere where this is set up in the background. Why don't you just start doing a porn podcast where it's just sex noises?
That's pretty much what I mean. Well, I told you to watch The Chair Company. There is a scene where that guy's just watching. He's just listening to porn in his car. He's not watching it. He's just listening to porn. It's very funny.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah, I'm guessing. I suppose what I was trying to get at was that it is ridiculous. I feel like I enjoy a bit of amateur porn. I feel like people do.
Yeah.
But but it is insane. You're just like, no, I don't want like big tits, perfect bodies. I want to watch this like fucking I want to watch this like balding man with a hairy back bang his fat wife. It's an insane concept to explain.
In what way?
Don't you think? The
No, not
comparison between the two. That you would choose that. You'd choose like shittily filmed, poorly framed.
Well, yeah, no one's going to choose it, but I assume this is the
No,
this
you
is the
do
issue,
though.
right?
People do. People make that choice every day.
I don't well, I think it's a price point choice because, like, if you're telling me
No, I
you're going
don't
to
think it
choose
is.
you're going no.
It's not. You
at
can
all.
just watch it. What I'm saying. So I'm just talking about in general. I'm talking about just the world as it is.
Yeah.
You're on Pornhub and you choose to watch this terrible video of a fat wheezing man bang his ugly wife over something that's very nicely produced, good lighting, physically athletic performances.
Yeah. I think the fat wife makes it more believable. Well, I think everyone's like, yeah, I can see myself having a fat wife and banging her. I don't see myself banging a 22-year-old model with fake tits.
Who's this beautiful woman? Get her out of here.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess it's the believability. It's the realness.
I think there'll be it's some realness. Yeah, I think that's your authenticity. I was also going to say it's a price point. Like you get the cheap, shitty, like camera phone porn for free, and your high quality, high div shit is all expensive. Pay for subscriptions, that kind of shit.
But I feel like that's not true in reality anymore because you can just you can find whatever you can find what you need for free.
I'm sure if you paid for it, you'd get better quality. That's all I'm saying. I'd choose the lower quality every time
if it was free, or like if there's a price difference between the two.
Yeah. How far? The question is now, how far back would I go to like pay for it? Like if I only had paintings of like a naked girl, would I pay to get a video? I probably would. But that's about how far I would have to go down the. Yeah.
It's funny that you don't like do that. You don't go like, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to purchase a video. Like it's just like you would do with other things. Like I'm going to get a nicer ice cream today. I'm going to get syrup in the coffee.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work like that. But it should.
No, it should. It should. I liked it. It's something different. You can make a business off this. Just porn on your phone. Literally.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, yeah, there was more of it. It was more of a PSA. You know, get out there, watch some amateur porn, go for it.
Help the little guy.
Help the
You know
little
what?
guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Listeners out there, when you choose what Ron likes to do and find the really hot girl, no. I want you to go to the bottom. I want you to find a
Yeah.
girl that you're like, I don't think many people have been jacking off to her. I want you to jack off to
Yes.
her.
Yeah,
She
I
might
want you
have 10
to.
views. She might have 10 views, but like that 11th view will mean something to her.
Yeah, I want to set a challenge for you this week. I want you to go and just have a quick. I mean, don't spend too long, like under an hour. Find sort of the most unattractive individual that you can on a porn site, and
Don't do that. No,
jack
don't do that.
jack
No.
off to them.
No, I'm saying be generous. Don't give away the house. Like,
Find someone passable, jack off to them.
possible. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your challenge for this week.
Well, find someone who hasn't had many views. Get us some views.
Or
That's what we're ending with.
or they.
With that. Or they. Yeah. Or they. Or them.
Yeah, whatever you're into, do it.
Whatever you're into.
Treat yourself to a bust. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
History Squirt.